Hello, this is Divine3231. I'm a motivator speaker for domestic violence victims, and a lot of people ask me why I don't have a video of my story to share with others. Well, I hope this video will reach out to others. As you see, I am rocking the purple. The whole month of October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and purple is the color. This is part one of my story. On March 2009, I met my abuser. Now, at first, we clicked. We talked on the phone. We did normal things that seem to be okay when you first meet a person. He introduced me to his family and friends over the phone. Things seemed all right to me. As time went on, I invited him to my house. After a few hours of conversation, I started noticing his attitude change. My phone would ring. He would come straight out and ask me who I'm talking to. He would want me close to him. He would hug me with force. Then it hit me. He might have a problem. As time went on, our relationship was fine until April 2009. My abuser started physical abusing me, grabbing of the arm, shoving me, a light smack, pulling of my hair. Then the mental abuse started, telling me he was going to kill me if I ever left him. His favorite line, if I can't have you, no one will. Telling me he will know my every move, and when he is not watching, someone else will be watching me. My abuser was a serious stalker and a controller. Then the sexual abuse started. Ladies and gentlemen, no means no. My abuser made me do things against my will, and when I would cry out, he would tell me to shut up and become more violent and more controlling. Now, all of April, I was in my own world. I'm 40 years of age. What did I get myself into? When you are a victim, you really don't know which way to go. You don't want to put no one in danger. You don't want to put yourself in danger. Too scared to push him over the edge because I really didn't know how far he will go. I had to pray. Prayer for me is the key. May 2009, I could not take it anymore. I broke up with him, told him not to call me anymore, and don't come to my house. My abuser told me it's not over until he says it's over. A week went by. I'm thinking he left me alone. Not. My abuser will call me from several unknown numbers. He will leave messages saying he is going to kill me. My abuser had people around my way watching my every move. He will call me and tell me what color I had on, what car I got out of, and he will warn me to warn them to stay away from me or he will kill them. Gifts will be on my doorstep like a teddy bear, a card. Inside the card, it will say, I love you, we need to talk, I'm sorry. Of course, I would throw the gifts away outside dumpster. 2 days later, the same gift will appear on my doorstep again. Things became very crazy for me. I feared for my life and my daughter's life. I had to arrange the same rider to pick her up and bring her home from school. I had to let the school know what was going on. I had to notify my rental office, and gave them a picture of my abuser. And I had to let my neighbor know what was going on. So if my neighbor seen anyone near my property, he would call 911. Things got worse. Several threats on my life. He will wait until 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning and bang hard on my door. He would let me know he was around me at all times. I will walk in the store, not seeing him, and then when I leave the store, like all the way up the street, he will call my name. I will look up the street and he's waving, just letting me know that he's watching, he's there. May the 12th, 2009, I walked into a police station and asked to speak to a commissioner. I started crying and started explaining what all my abuser done to me. A complaint was filed and I went in front of a judge to get my first peace order. That same day, I found out my abuser had a long criminal record, something I didn't know about at all. A couple of days in the computer, the complaint I filed turned into a warrant for arrest. My abuser found out and he was really mad now. The phone calls continued 3 to 6 times a day, telling me I can't stay in my house forever. He is going to really get me now. Telling me how this one opened up his probation, how he was going to get a bunch of girls to beat me up, how he was going to get me put out of my house. He was crazy. So I started writing down every phone call he made to me, the time, the day, and what was said to me. I made up a secret code that only me and my daughter and my neighbor knew in case of emergency. After several phone calls from myself, my daughter, and my neighbor, the police decided to post a 24-hour watch. The warrant was out already and my abuser was on the run. Finally, one night, I got a knock at my door. It was the police. They got him. Thinking to myself, now I can rest. He called from jail. I don't know how he done it, but he did it. He sent letters. So I kept records of when he called. I kept the letters. I filed another complaint after a complaint. I had evidence and I had several court dates. I attend every court date I had. I filed peace order after peace order after it expired. I had to show evidence of everything that was going on with me. I had to speak up for myself when the judge asked me, do I have anything to say? I had to be my own lawyer, my own private investigator, and then I found out things about my abuser. He abused other women before, but I was the first to fight back. During the many court cases, my abuser was found guilty and only given 60 days for violation of a peace order. But every complaint added up, which made my abuser stay in jail longer. That gave me time to relocate and try to start my life over. On the last court date, December the 18th, 2009, my abuser done all his time. He was told to stay away from me. He was under not only city probation, but county probation as well. I got a phone call from the detention center letting me know my abuser will be released. I have moved. It's my last court date. I'm free. Not.